GM fam, what's up, everybody? What up, chat? Welcome back to another episode of Metaverse Spotlight. Today, I am joined by Gus from OUTR Studios. What up, Gus?
What's up? What's going on, everyone?
I'm doing good. How's the chat doing? Say what up in the chat if you are doing good, and if you're not doing good, pretend, or or just say you're having a shit day, and we'll take it at that too, and hopefully this brightens your day up a little bit. We are gonna be talking about what OUTR Studios has going on inside of the Metaverse, the SANDBOX specifically. And it has to do with a scavenger hunt. So why don't I hand it over to you and let you take it away with introing what the heck is going on, and then we'll dive on into it.
Absolutely. So yeah, we wanted to have some fun. So many of you might have already been in our social hub before. So the OUTR Social Hub has had quite a few updates to get ready for this hunt, and it's a multi-level, multi-stage kind of. There's quite a few challenges you have to complete, and we like to think we made it pretty hard. So hopefully no one solves it in day one. Otherwise, next time we do this, we'll definitely go back to the drawing board. But we have loaded a wallet with a ton of goodies. We're still loading stuff to it because we had a wish list. We were waiting for more people to kind of send us their collections too. So if you have something you want to feature and it's in the store, we are definitely still grabbing some assets to put into the wallet. It's already loaded with all of our underground, all our sci-fi builder passes. It's got a mineral monarch from Pickaxe. It's got some stuff from Batman and King of Crypto from King of Crypto Games already in there. And then I have a wish list or a cart already ready to kind of check out here. So I'm just waiting for the final little bit before we add just the final stuff to the wallet. But again, we're 99.9% sure no one's going to do it in day one. So those will be added to the wallet overnight or possibly tomorrow morning to finalize everything. We had to do a little bit of diagnosing. So the social hub is no longer multiplayer. So the scavenger hunt, even though it's inside our social hub, is going to be single player. And we had to do that for a couple different reasons, but it worked out great doing it that way. So unfortunately, we won't all be able to get in there like we have in the past. But for the purpose of the scavenger hunt, it is single player.
What maybe we probably don't need to get into the intricate details, but maybe for people that aren't aware, why does a multiplayer experience not work, but a single player experience does?
So unfortunately, with the updates 2.9, there has been a few just glitches or bugs that are being worked on internally by TSB, and unfortunately they are winding up in the multiplayer games for whatever reason. On single player, that same bug or glitch isn't coming through. For example, posters or NFT signage sometimes glitches a lot within a multiplayer experience, and it doesn't in single player. So there was just a few key things that we just had to work around and put it into single player. Just unfortunately, just things that are out of our control.
Word. And that happens.
Yeah.
I think, especially, I think we've all understand what stage of development we're in, but we are still very much in alpha beta build, so there will be things that break from time to time in almost anything Web3 related, at least in gaming right now. Everyone's still building and polishing, so can't expect anything to be perfect, and absolutely, that's okay. I am gonna drop the link to this tweet in the chat for y'all, because this tweet has the link to the experience itself in it, so you can find both in that one link that I put in the chat. So if you want to go check out this experience and play through while we're talking about it, or just bookmark it for later, either way works. If you are catching the replay, that link will be in the description below. I am myself gonna start loading because I want to jump in and at least show everyone.
Yeah. No, right when you get in and get started. So
Okay, dope. As far as scavenger hunt goes, I guess I'll see here in a second. But is there what can people expect? Is there going? I mean, like I said, we're going to see this in a second. But is there a guide to this, or is it all kind of figure it out as you go?
There's going to be a lot of figuring out, both Beasting and myself on personal and outer. So that's why this week we were putting, follow Gus MacArthur, follow Beasting. We're going to leave little Easter eggs that might be helpful as this goes on right away. Basically, day 1, day 2, we're probably not going to drop anything. We're just going to let everyone, kind of get in there. But this week we are going to be dropping some hints, some helpful stuff that may help people get to the different stages where they need to go. So yeah, and then just really just get creative, right? Put yourself in our shoes when you're thinking about certain things and maybe how we would have made it complex, because we definitely did try to make it complex.
Hell yeah. And there's possibly the only bit of alpha I'm gonna tweeze out of Gus today is to make sure you guys go follow both Gus and I'm doing it wrong, and Beasting. Gus is at Gus MacArthur, GUSMCARTHUR, and Beasting is Beasting ETH.
Yep.
Beasting ETH, BEASTINGETH over on Twitter. Make sure you follow both those accounts, and obviously the Outer Studios account, so you don't miss out on any juicy details or hints along the way. Because I hope that it gets to a point where we need hints.
I do too.
It's that tough that we're all trying to figure it out, but it's just not coming together, and we need some of your help. So
that's what we're hoping for. We did put a lot of time and thought went into this. So we would be bummed if it's on, but hey, if someone's that smart and grinds it and figures it out, then good on them,
Hell yeah, 100%. I mean, it would be wild to see. I have been privy to multiple scavenger hunts, I guess is the best way to categorize them in my Web3 years, and it always blows my mind how quickly they actually get solved.
I know,
because it's just like there's been a handful that I've even like tried myself at. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll be able to solve this, and then within like the first day, like we're hoping doesn't happen today, within the first day, somebody will come in and just blindside you and be like, oh, here, it's all done, and you're still on step 1.
Yeah, no, I think that I've done one. So this is like, it's a little bit of both a scavenger hunt and what some people might call a wallet hunt or a seed phrase hunt, because it is multi-level, but at the end of the day, you're trying to get the seed phrase to get the wallet. That's the main goal.
Right. And I think at the end of the day, that's the funnest part is trying to find a seed phrase or something. What up, escape room artist? Thank you for the raid, and also thank you for the follow. Looks like we had a couple of follows come in. Meta VMVV and Wake Up 69. Hell yeah, thanks for the follows. And I think you guys were just on if you are tuning in live, you probably were on a ad break. There are ads on this channel. If you don't want to watch the ads and you don't want to miss all the juicy details, make sure you subscribe, and you won't have to spend time watching those. You can spend time watching our beautiful faces instead. And I appreciate everyone who has already subscribed. Helps a lot. But yeah, thanks for the raid. And back to your regularly scheduled program. For people that are just coming in, or if you haven't caught on yet and you're watching the replay, we're talking about the Outer Studios scavenger hunt inside of the Meta Realtor Social Hub, which is currently been transformed into a single player experience due to unavoidable glitches. That's what we'll say.
Multiplayer functionality bugs, but yeah, it'll be single player for now. If we correct the bugs, within the week before the scavenger hunt's done, we'll make sure to republish as multiplayer so everyone can be in there together. But for now, it will stay single player.
Hell yeah. Do you think that there's anything missing from it not being multiplayer? Like, is the experience other than
no, and there's the only thing is that you're not able to run and chat with your buddy inside.
Right.
That's that obviously we did want the because it is our social hub. It's always been multiplayer. But yeah, no, in purpose of what's happening with the scavenger hunt and the seed phrase hunt, single player is perfect.
Yeah.
If anything, because there's only one wallet.
I was gonna say,
so I don't know how many people you want following you around to see what you're doing.
that was my thought. I was like, now you're kind of incognito if you want to be. There no one can see what you're doing, what you're looking at, what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
But also, if you do want to work together, it's super easy to hop in a Discord or something and everyone throw their screens on stream and share that way and strategize and whatever. So there's multiple ways to skin this pig, and I don't know if that's a phrase, but that's but that popped in my head. So go at it as you will. I've definitely, like I said, been part of a few different scavenger hunts, and I know there's been a lot of group work that I've been involved with that usually isn't the one that wins, because there's always some genius out there that figures it out before us. But it's fun to work in a group and try and figure these things out. So maybe we'll see some teamwork. I don't know if anyone wants to strategize in teamwork, you can for surely hop inside of the Crafterverse Discord and we can discuss there and see if we can crack the code.
Absolutely.
I'm not privy to any information on this, so I'm not going to be any more help than anyone else, but we'll see what we can do. Why don't we I'm going to get loaded instead of I did what it always does. Threw it onto the other screen. Once it loads up, I'll get it back over here, but I'm going to load up and get in.
For anyone just joining or missed it, the wallet is loaded and there's still more stuff being added overnight and tomorrow morning. Again, we were saying I don't think anyone will solve it in the first day. So that's why we're just kind of adding extra stuff. We added everything we wanted in there. Shout out, what's up, Pickaxe Master? We actually have a Mineral Monarch in the wallet. We've got things from King of Crypto and Batman. We've got all of our modular assets, our builder passes, and then anyone who wants to send over more stuff. I know we're going to have a couple of Shakespeare assets in there. We're combing through the store right now, just finding extra cool stuff that we can add in.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, absolutely. Pickaxe, if you wanna add something, just shoot me a DM and yeah, absolutely. The more we're just trying to load this up with all the cool stuff.
And I think this message from Pickaxe Master was when you mentioned the Monarch. So
now we get a pickaxe too. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And what up, everyone in chat? I see y'all play games. Bert, Poliante. Who else did I see a little bit earlier? Obviously, ERA. K, Vodact. Yo. Let us know if you do have any questions in the chat. We will gladly answer any and all questions that come in, as long as they aren't giving away any of the answers to the hunt, because that wouldn't be any fun to ruin it on the first day. I think it should be loaded. Let me see. Yes, it is. Nope, it's not, but it is loading. I cannot get it to go to the other screen. I don't know why, and I don't know if anyone else has ran into this, but sometimes whenever I am using the SANDBOX and I have it on my main PC screen, it likes to switch it over to my second screen, which is over here and kind of far away. So it drives me nuts when it does that, and I just can't ever get it to come back over. But that really doesn't matter. So as far as as far as the scavenger hunt goes, what do you think are some of the main things that people need to know about as far as like entering, what they need to do to solve it, anything along those lines?
You know,
Obviously.
day one, like I said, I'm not going to give away too much. I'm gonna let people jump in there. I will say, as soon as you jump into the hub, it is going to start. You'll see once you're in there, it's prompting you to do something. There are still things that are in there from the social hub, so there will be like, you know, certain things that were always part of the functionality of the hub, like checking out certain areas. You're more than welcome to go do that or dive right into the challenge, but it is going to prompt you right away to get started, and you'll kind of figure it out from there. I mean, it's, you know, not really much I can tell you about, because every challenge is going to be different, and so I don't want to really get into the details on that. It's gonna, I feel, give stuff away already if I do that. So I think it's best to
Beautiful. I think I understand where what you're saying. I did load in, and I don't know if it was just because I missed it, but I didn't get any kind of guide or anything. Let me just
yeah, should have. That's not the load I just got.
slash. Can I do slash respawn? Nope.
Interesting. Let me check on my end real quick.
I'm gonna restart it too. ERA says it will be solved soon.
He must be pretty far then.
So whenever you get in here, now I'm just like dying to actually see how it all works. Like all those markers that I was seeing are all different things that are associated with the hunt itself. Or not all?
No, like I said, some of those are still just things that are standard to the social hub that are always in there.
Gotcha.
And you know, our link is the link for the experience page isn't working on Twitter now either. It's just going to say something went wrong. There we go. Now it worked. Okay.
Maybe something was down for a second on SANDBOX side.
Yeah, it could be. Let me see what I'm getting when I'm loading in. Make sure I didn't miss something, because we were testing all hours. We haven't. Beasting hasn't been sleeping much.
Okay, I loaded in, and now I got the points of interest quest and the scavenger hunt start quest.
There you go. Perfect.
Did I have those quests on the other screen? I don't remember.
I don't know. It could have just popped up weird for you, but now you see, right?
Yep. So now it's telling me, go find Bob to find your first clue. He's working on the pop-up living rooms.
Perfect. There you go.
Pop-up living rooms. I've been in here so much, and I still don't even know. I think they're back here. Hell yeah, they are. Here, I solved the first riddle for everyone. That's probably about as far as we'll get. Look at that, Bob. We lost the building blocks of the metaverse. They are the foundation of our construction inside the metaverse. Will you help me retrieve them? I have to finish this room. I'll give you a clue for the scavenger hunt if you help me out. Oh, hell yeah. I like that. So you gotta work for your clues.
So I'll give you one clue. Turn, go to your, go straight in front of you.
It's delayed probably, or maybe it's not.
Nope. Well,
nope.
To your right. To your behind you. Right. Go to your left. Go to your left. There's something in that room.
Oh shit.
There you go. That's your one clue for today.
Hopefully everyone was paying attention. Hopefully we weren't on an ad break. And if we were, catch the replay whenever this comes out in a couple days.
So you've got to collect 20 of those.
Okay, so you got to collect these bad boys.
Yep.
Find the building blocks of the metaverse. So that's goal number 1, and they're scattered everywhere, I would imagine. We probably don't need to spend time trying to solve this, but that's for you guys to go solve and for us to continue to chat. So I guess here's my question is where did the scavenger hunt idea come from? Have you guys been thinking about doing this for a while, or is this something that just kind of spawned spontaneously, or what's?
No, we've actually been prepping this for quite some time in the back end of the social hub. So this is something we've always wanted to do, and it was supposed to be, on our roadmap for the social hub agenda. We'd like to host these, at least 3 to 4 times a year within the hub, because there's all sorts of stuff being built in the hub behind the scenes that you guys aren't even seeing or privy to yet. Different floors. I mean, there's the elevator in the back, so that's kind of a clue that this is a multi-level experience, and it's going to be. So yeah, no, the short answer is it's always something we wanted to do, and we were prepping it, and it came out perfect when SANDBOX announced that the 12th, everyone could publish, and the new GMF. So it really, the timing couldn't have been better, because we were working on this in the back end, and then it was just making sure everything worked exactly the way we wanted it to.
Hell yeah. No, that is pretty dang good timing. And I think it'll be I mean, for people that have been hanging out with Outer Studios throughout the progression of all of this, like it's been really fun to see this social hub kind of come to life, and more things get added to it. It seems like every time I come in here, there's something new that I don't remember seeing, and the lights look great up there. I it didn't always used to be nighttime, or does the night and day change?
It does. It changes from night to day.
Gotcha. Helps with the lights though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sick.
No, and also we the other plan for the social hub is to be hosting live music events. I'm a musician. I'm in a metal band called Gus MacArthur, and we've talked with nobody too. So hopefully there's some in the future we're having events not only in our hub but other people's hubs, and just kind of set up events within them. So it would be ideally so much fun to be doing these scavenger hunts. And then, when somebody actually wins, we host like a big party event inside with, more prizes for everyone who competed as well. Because I do understand that there's time that goes into this, and not everyone's going to win. Only one person's going to win, or a team of people are going to win. So as Crafter was saying, it's probably a good idea to team up, especially if you're in different time zones. You get work done when one of you's sleeping and the other one's awake, and that way, if you find the next steps where you need to go, that's interesting. Where's your booth though?
I was wondering the same thing. I mean, I was like, oh, I guess I just got a billboard now, which is totally fine. But I used to have a booth
that's
here.
Interesting. Danny must have updated that for a reason. Yeah, because your booth was in there the other day. He must have done that, maybe for the show tonight.
maybe, or maybe there's a secret hidden in here somewhere, and we have to solve it. No, I got distracted. God damn it. But yeah, I think that working in a team makes sense for an event like this, especially like you're saying, so that like ideally you get a team with a bunch of different people in a bunch of different time zones, or at least a bunch of different times that they can commit to working on it, because if you're not working on it, somebody else probably is.
Absolutely. And I just saw Blue Tulip. The band name's Gus MacArthur. If you type on Google or Spotify, where it's all over on that. The same name, my Twitter handle.
GUSMC Arthur.
That's awesome. Gus MC Arthur.
Hell yeah. Oh, there is an elevator. You mentioned that a little bit earlier. Additional content on the lower levels will become available soon.
Yep. We have our office on the top floor. We've got kind of another party zone down here. Eventually, we're going to have a little mini arcade.
I was gonna say what all. So this is another just like hangout area that we're in right now.
Yep.
A little mini arcade. I love the
The billboards.
The billboards.
Yep.
So as far as maybe this would be a great time too to, I mean, there's not much more I can really ask you about the scavenger hunt other because we don't want to be giving too much away.
Yeah.
And but maybe this would also be a good time to kind of just talk about what you guys have been doing with Outer Studios, why people should be paying attention to what you're doing, and let's start there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we both Beasting and I we've kind of kept our heads down for the last, I'd say, 60 days. And if you've been following us, you know, we that was intentional. We didn't want to keep posting stuff, especially. So we've been really hyper focused on not only splitting between our workload between doing all this with the social hub, but also BLDR. So Builder, if anyone got to see, I know there was always like, hey, it's coming, it's coming. So with all the updates to 0.9 and the sandbox and with Catalyst, it completely changed everything that we had to do for BLDR. Being that it is a modular system with over 30 assets, you can imagine that the amount we would have to mint because of the randomness of being able to pick things and all the different options that we'd need, you know, potentially about 11,000 catalysts at least common. Anywhere between 11 and 15,000. So, and then the other thing was we were initially trying to make it so BLDR was a completely transferable experience, which unfortunately that functionality is not available without, again, having, you know, 15,000 catalysts. So we did have to go to the drawing board, which is fine. You know, we just adapt. That's what we've been doing for 2 years, over 2 years now. And so we finally just went back to the drawing board, and we kind of had to redo a lot. So we actually redid the entire BLDR experience so that you're entering on the factory side of BLDR, which is futuristic sci-fi factory. It's a lot of fun because BLDR is going to be different themes and things, buildings that will happen in the future. So essentially you'll be able to go in and pick out all the things for a castle, and then you'll have your own castle. You'll be able to go in and build all the things for a rustic Western town and build all those modular so that you can build on it, build your own land. So one of the core messages for our company when we started was that we build for builders. And I know there's builders in here that use our assets, and you know, that's really the type of company we wanted to be, to really create these kits that can assist anyone who's never been in the sandbox all the way to a professional builder who's making experiences for other companies, and they need, you know, these asset kits to bring their experience to life. So what we've done with BLDR is, you know, we'll have more information on it, but what it looks like we're going to do is you're going to go mint your BLDR pass after you get your code. So you play through and you get a unique code with all the options you picked. So then you'll go to our BLDR minting website and you'll be able to mint your pass with your code. And we're actually going to email you. So you will have to provide an email, and we're going to send you all of the Vox edit files. So this is an option that we are seriously entertaining, and we're 99% sure the way everything's worked out, that's the way we're going to have to go. And to be honest, we think it's great because now builders have another tool. They're going to get, you know, behind the scenes access of how we're making modular assets. So it's going to help you when you're making your assets because you're going to see how we're building them in. Technically, you'll be able to change the colors of things, add your own textures, create your own assets that you can then sell in the marketplace to other BLDR owners. So because you'll have the files, if you create a new kitchen or a new roof option or anything like that, that's something that you can then actually go start selling. So we're setting up people, you know, with kind of a recipe for success, where not only are you getting all access to the assets, you're getting the assets so you can build your own community with them. You can change them any way you want. And technically you have your own income source if you start building assets for the BLDR community.
That's one thing that stuck out to me whenever we were talking about this potential way of rolling everything out. You ran it by me, and I thought that was such a cool feature for owning something. in the metaverse, and like the idea of being able to take something that I bought, plug it into something like Box Edit, which is free, and be able to then go and customize it and make it into something that I want it to look like, and then be able to also, you obviously you could use it for yourself, but then you could go and upload it to the marketplace and then make money off of that. Like it's just like, I don't know if it gets much more Web3 than that.
Yeah, we're really trying to give as much access and control to the end user of our assets. And in a lot of ways it was kind of like a bummer that all the plans we had to deliver them were like flawless, right? But with the updates to the Catalyst system and everything like that, it's kind of one of those things, a blessing in disguise, right? Because it made us think, how are we going to really make this something that the community wants? It's got to be affordable, right? You don't want to, because it's fun. BLDR is fun. It totally reminds me of back in the day playing Sims. Like I love going in there. I'm also a total architecture nerd. Like that's what I do. I stand buildings. I have a company that does that for 3D. So it's like something I'm really passionate about. So I just love the fact that, BLDR MB1, which is Modern Bungalow 1. So that's just the first phase. The next phase of BLDR is going to be a much larger structure, basically a mansion. So you're going to have a modular mansion that you'll be able to recreate and put on your hub. Like I said, we're totally open to community feedback on where the next one should go, but I know we're already definitely thinking Western, pirate, magic. So everything from castles to saloons to all that fun stuff where it's a playable game where you're picking all the assets you want. And then at the end of the day, all the assets are delivered to you. And, as the functionality picks up or something changes, if we are able to in the future deliver, complete experiences with all the assets you picked on them, even better. Right. But I think at this point, that's ideally where we want this to go. And so once that we can kind of figure out that functionality with the internal TSB team, we will definitely add that. But I think right now this is a great workaround, and it puts a lot of power to the people. you get. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I think the one thing that I've been thinking about is like with this new version of the Game Maker Fund coming out. I don't think we're even really calling it the Game Maker Fund, but whatever they're calling it, Builder Challenge or something, Builder Contest. I don't know. I forget what they called it, but but I'm calling it the Game Maker Fund 2.0. And that essentially breaks down to when people play your game on your land, you make sand. And I think that things like Outer Studios modular assets is going to make creating fun, engaging games way more accessible for the average user than ever before. And that's why I've always been super excited about what you guys are doing specifically, because I do see the use case, and I see the use case. Obviously there's a use case for it right now, but I see it down the road. Like I see the big picture, and where I could really see having thousands, millions of users in here, and most of them are not going to want to go and sit down and Box Edit and figure out how to build a chair that somebody could actually sit in, and build a table, and et cetera, but they could come to you and get potentially a bundle. That's kind of how I envision
exactly.
things going, but like get a bundle from you that has everything that they would ever want in this certain theme, and then they can go and use all of those assets to create and use their imagination to turn all of those assets into whatever game that they're trying to do. So that's what gets me really excited about what you guys are doing, and I think it's going to prove to be something that I would imagine it will not just be you guys doing this, but there will be multiple multiple people doing it eventually, but you guys are.
Absolutely. Yeah, there already are people doing it, and thank you. We appreciate that. You can actually go in there. That is actually that's the modern bungalow.
This is the modern bungalow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we just didn't put the roof on, so that you could see from the glass ceiling above too. You could look down, and then if you click like E on the shades, the wooden shades, you can open and close them. There's certain functionalities to some of the assets that you're actually using in MB1. So this is one window option. There's also metal steel windows, so it's a lot more open space. But again, we did want to start small for the first phase of BLDR. So this is small functional assets. These are so one thing to keep in mind that I do want to tell people is when you buy this, again, you're buying the options you chose, but potentially with the Vox edit, you could go in and change colors. You could create your own room assets, and you could actually populate a land very quickly with a lot of these buildings and create your own social hub community. You could NFT or pin lock these buildings so that your community all has their own house on your land where they're coming to meet up. That's just one idea, right? That you're using this structure for. So, and as BLDR comes out with more of these buildings, the next one's going to be, I think it's about 4 times the size of this structure. So it is a mansion. So we wanted to do kind of like home stuff, modern structures, but then we're definitely getting more into the fantasy realm. I have a ton of sci-fi stuff I want to do. I would love to basically have like build your own ship or space station on BLDR, which I think would be amazing to kind of really utilize a lot of our sci-fi assets, build your own space station, and then that's all delivered as an asset.
That would be really, really sick. I'm excited. I really like using the sci-fi assets already, and like to be able to like create an entire ship, like that would be insane and super fun.
Right.
With the release of the new Game Maker Fund, do you think that the average everyday player is going to jump on board and start creating games that people can go play? It feels so. This is me just speaking as it comes to me, because this is the first time I've ever thought of this.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw it out there. It feels like the sandbox is almost approaching the same strategy that Nifty Island is using to get people to build and play. It's not quite the same, but it's very similar.
I consider them all the same in a lot of Web3 gaming, whether it's Pixels, Shrapnel, Nifty Island, Serum City by the Mutant Hounds, Other Side from Yuga. I think a lot of incentive is, as it's always kind of been, is a play to earn, right? You need to be playing the game to either earn currency, get an airdrop. It's really about creating that community and wanting. People want to play the game, right? They really want to have interest in it, and to bring in new players, I think this is going to be a good push and initiative. As communities are getting active about bringing more people into the sandbox to not only play their game for pool rewards, but a lot of companies are even teaming up and sharing rewards as a pool for all the people who have contributed by playing their game. So I think it's kind of a win-win for everyone in that regard, and I think that's why you're going to see so many companies doing it, especially like everyone's saying, oh, Pixels airdrop's coming, which I believe it is. So everyone's really trying to get their time in and play Pixels. Nifty Island, people are trying to get in. I mean, even what was the newest one, Mavia, right, which is the mobile game.
Yep.
And I played that and got my 12.5 Mavia. I did. So it's just one of those things. I think it's helpful, and it's what's going to drive traffic to bring people in, because a lot of the stigmatism is going to come into I think that's going to go away when the sandbox goes to mobile. I think the users are going to spike pretty big once we get into the mobile environment, because you're not having to download something to your computer, right? There's so many people who are gamers that never played anything on a PC. They've played everything on PlayStation and Xbox, and
that was me until this world.
No, and that's my point, is like you're still going to have that
and I still run
where
into
gamers don't want to go download a game onto
yeah,
a
I'm like, God
PC
damn it, I gotta download another thing, and it's like, can't I just put it in and say go?
So yeah, I think where the win comes for the TSB community is really going to be on mobile, because imagine, the sandbox is more than just a gaming environment. It is it is a social community. You can host events. You could have a virtual store in here, right? Just at Nike can sell virtual shoes, and it's a real one that ships you. So it's really creating this digital infrastructure for this world. And I think onboarding people to mobile, you have people at work like checking into a social hub to see what Snoop Dogg's doing on his life. You know what I mean? Like that, it's just going to be easy. And that's where the line has been hard, I think, for a lot of Web3 gaming. It's not easy, because you're like, hey, you got to go set up this wallet, right? And then you got to go to your bank, and then you got to set up another thing so you can transfer money to this wallet. Okay. And after you do that, then you got to sign all this stuff, but make sure you sign the right thing, because somebody might steal all your stuff you just put in there. And then you can start playing the game. So I think the onboarding process to Web3 has been scary to a lot of people. And that's why mass adoption will come with like mobile and seamless integration, I think, away from, as much as I love PC gaming, I think you have to step away from it for mass adoption a lot of the time. Which isn't always true. There's a ton of super successful PC games that people download and have and always will. So it really, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's just figuring out a way to kind of like bridge the gap between the two. Are these your guys' Twitter handles if people scan them? All right. Yep. Here's another chance. You can scan that to go follow Beasting, and scan this to go follow Gus, and make sure you do that so that you don't miss any of the hints and tips that come out regarding the scavenger hunt that is ongoing right now. We weren't specifically talking about that just for the last 10 minutes or so, but to remind everyone why we are here and what we're talking about, OUTR Studios has a scavenger hunt going on inside of their social hub, which is not super social right now, but that's totally fine. And it is called Meta Realtor Social Hub 2024. And I'll drop the link.
If you don't have the link, or if you lose it, guys, if you want to go to the map real quick, Crafter.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Very easy to find us. So top left corner, you're going to see a giant Cyber Kong's land. We are right underneath that, below it. So left corner, giant Cyber Kongs. We are just underneath that. So if you zoom in on that, and then right there below, you'll see OUTR.
Bingo. And we got the Meta Realtor Social Hub, as well as, is this Caratraz's?
That's Caratraz's building. Jerry was up, so I'm not really sure. I know there was map issues today. I was
gonna say there has been map issues where things have been unpublished. So that's probably what happened.
I'll double check on that. Congratulations again to Caratraz. That was an amazing builder battle between him and Shakespeare. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance, jump in there and see what he built in that time period. Truly incredible doomsday game he put together. That is one, we'll have to send that back to him if he ever wants to build on that, because I would love to put that back.
Yeah, I feel like he will. That's definitely right up his alley of what he likes to do. So or maybe there'll be a version 2 come out, and
that's actually right. That's actually a great segue to if anyone hasn't seen, we built 2 wallets with all of the OUTR sci-fi and underground modular asset kits inside of them. And you can sign up to have access to these wallets so you can train with them. Technically, you could challenge someone to a builder battle. If you do not own the builder battle pass, because you're using the free account. You can battle on the free account, and that's how you win a pass. But that if you want to get into the bigger builder battles, you will need to own a pass, and that's where the prizes get bigger, where you're getting NFTs and sand prizes. But yeah, you can actually win a pass by going training with the free account and even challenging someone who doesn't have a pass, and you guys can both use the free accounts and then have a battle.
Yeah. So if you're tuning in right now, and maybe you've known about builder battles, but you haven't participated yet, now is the best time ever to give it a shot and see what it's all about. They're super fun. I might be biased, but I really enjoy hosting it with Gus, and we've had a blast these last few ones, and we have one scheduled so far for this month, coming up on I could tell you if I have my phone. I think it's the 23rd, 24th, the 24th, February 24th, 8 a.m. Central Time. We got Cyber Dragon versus Game Dizzy. So that's one you guys are going to want to put on the calendar. Don't miss it. We'll announce it. You'll see stuff about it.
It's going to be a great one.
But it is going to be a fun one. But we want to see more. So if anyone is interested, please go. I dropped the link to this tweet, or just hit either any of us up, me, Gus, Outer Studios, Twitter, whatever, and let us know that you're interested in battling, and we'll figure something out, because we got lots of different options for y'all, and it's a fun time. You'll win something, and then once you get your builder battle pass, then you'll start winning the big things. So it's
Absolutely.
It's definitely worth your time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the goal of the battles for everyone here is not only to have fun, to see what people do, to go in and see what these creators and artists are doing, to really show off their talents and see these amazing games. You should just hop in there, actually.
Yeah, we should show this.
Go check that out. But we really want to build this into something. I used to watch the Minecraft battles, especially like during COVID, when Mr. Beast was doing Minecraft, like everything, and with these massive prizes. I would love for us to be able to grow this into something where these are huge prizes for the creators, where you can come in and win 20,000 sand in a builder battle. That is the type of caliber and prize pool that we really want to take this to. Because as creators, you guys really deserve it. I mean, 100%. Being able to do stuff and show off, and I see this being very much like an esports within the SANDBOX metaverse. So in the future, we are going to be building an esport arena in the hub just for builder battles, where we can kind of like even host in there when we're going on with the live stream on a big screen, all that, when that functionality is available.
Yeah, and I see it getting to that point as well. I think it's going to be something that everyone is just going to have a good time with, and like you said, it's going to be like an esport inside of the SANDBOX.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not going
to going teams, having your builder battle teams, and you guys have 3 hours to be able to create something would be really, really awesome.
Yes. I'm not gonna play through it, but if you guys want to play through it, obviously go check it out. But I will give you a little bit of a tour, just to kind of just show you what. And keep in mind, this was done all in 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So pretty impressive. Taking advantage of the outer sci-fi assets right here that you can see all over the place, that help build that out even quicker than without them, for sure. But yeah, it's always crazy to me to see some of the things that the builders build in our battles. But we got a little bunker scene going on here, so I think
the next room down the hall has that asset that everyone loved and wanted. Yeah,
there it is.
Everyone wanted the gun wall that he made. He I think he made this a couple hours before the battle.
Yeah, he said he just whipped it together. Yeah, but Yeah, it turned out sick. I don't know if he did, but he was talking about throwing a few of them up on the marketplace.
Oh yeah.
But it's a dope gun wall for sure. Gives me a Trimmers vibes.
Right. Yeah, definitely Tremors bunker vibes.
Oh, and then it goes underground. I don't even remember half of this. But yeah, you guys should go check this out, and go check out. I think if you go back in, you'll probably just have to republish the other ones, but
Yeah,
um, you'll be able to see some of the previous battles once they're published back on the land, and just check out what everyone's been working on, and fill out that form, or just reach out to us and let us know if you want to participate. It's a blast. ERA is in the chat. You just participated in one with Fred and Ferd not too long ago.
hell yeah.
All right. What time? Yeah, it's about time to start wrapping this bad boy up. I want to give you. Let's go back over here. Give you the stage one last time, and if you just want to give a quick little recap of what's going on as far as scavenger hunt goes, and anything else you want to plug, let people know about, and then we will say goodbye.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for always having us on, man. This is always great. It's we there's a if I can get the words out of my mouth, sorry. There's I'm trying to think of the saying, you could do amazing things, but if no one sees them, then does it matter? And so that's something we always try and tell ourselves at Outer, because Danny and I will get so involved in things. So this is a really almost always when we do these, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna dump all this knowledge on everyone, all this stuff we've been doing. No, so it's awesome. Really, thank you so much, man. And the scavenger hunt is going on in the social hub. It is single player. It's a multi-level hunt. Ultimately, your goal is to get the seed phrase. So this is a seed phrase challenge to a wallet that is loaded with a ton of assets. I have a shopping cart full of more stuff that I'm adding overnight. But it's already got a ton of great stuff in there. We've got stuff from Pickaxe, King of Crypto, I think Smobler Studios, tons of stuff. Anyways,
Yeah.
At some point we'll have to post a picture of what's in the wallet as we're going. If you're following Outer, make sure to follow Gus MacArthur and Beasting. Those are our personals. We're going to be dropping some Easter eggs and some clues throughout the challenge. And yeah, so that's what's happening right now. BLDR is coming very soon, and there's going to be a lot more information on that. We've tried to really cut that down to make it affordable. It's going to be less than $30 to mint your MB1 custom creation. It's somewhere between 20 and 30, so it's right there. 21.99. I don't know. We've got to do the final number run, but we really wanted to make it something super affordable. Gives you all access to the assets, and basically gives you control to even mint your own assets, your customized things that you're making for maybe a BLDR1 house after you get the files, as well as utilize the functionality of the shift click modular asset. So it could even help you building your own assets, seeing how ours are built. And then finally, builder battles. Those are the three things. We've got the hub, we've got BLDR coming, and builder battles. So there'll be a lot of stuff coming this year, as well as additions to the existing collections. A lot of cool stuff coming.
Heck yeah. So make sure you go follow their socials, get in the Discord, hang out in the social hub, crack the code to the seed phrase scavenger hunt, sign up for builder battles, let me or Gus know, and we'll hook you up. We'll figure it out. And get excited for BLDR, because it's coming and it's going to be dope. I think we put a bow on it. Thank you everyone for tuning in, hanging out with us, asking questions, donating pickaxes. What else happened? Everything else that happened. And for those of you that haven't been paying attention to the Stream Elements notifications in the chat, you are earning points. This is my new system for rewarding you listen to earn style. So you are earning points, 1 crafter buck for each minute you tune into the show, and you can use those crafter bucks for all kinds of different things that we'll come up with in the future, but entering giveaways, redeeming for Metaverse wearables, all that fun stuff. So make sure you keep on tuning in and racking those crafter bucks up. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. And I don't believe I have any other shows scheduled other than my regular Tuesday, Thursday with the SANDBOX this week. So Tuesday and Thursday is at 8 p.m. Central Time. We do beginner building in the Game Maker. So make sure you swing by over there if you are curious about building on your land, especially with this new Game Maker fund coming out. It'll allow you to easily start generating some sort of revenue if you can get people to get on your land and play your game. So that's about it. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch y'all on the next stream. And thank you so much, Gus.
Thanks, brother.
Bye, guys.